Insight's going to be about meeting people where they are at. Okay? So today I was at a conference, full day conference, with one of my coaches, JT Fox. And I noticed a couple of things during my day. So, first, with JT Fox, at the event, I was so happy to see one of my Dale Carnegie trainers. He was so happy to see me, and I was so happy to see him. And it was awesome because it's been a while. Like, we spoke and we had a video chat, but we hadn't actually been in the same space for years. And the awesome thing was that I saw like a couple of people. So I saw my trainer from Dale Carnegie. I saw my coach from Usual Coaching. Then I also saw a friend that I made at the previous JT Fox event who came as well and came in the afternoon. And then I saw someone with whom I was in another class with another one of my coaches, Diane Lajoie. And it was so nice. We were all just like, it was all very... We spoke and we were all in good spirits and it was all fine. And I connected all these gentlemen together. And one of the things that JT Fox talks about a lot is you might not have a lot of capital, but what you have a lot of is personal connections. So what you can do is connect people together, and that's human capital in his vocabulary. So I've been following JT for a while, and I'm happy to realize that I keep this connecting people is my strength and what I like to do. Now, what I also realized is that when you remember something about someone, it leaves a good impression. Because on the way back from the event, okay, I was in a taxi cab and the taxi driver had picked me up a couple of times before, and it was very nice. He was so happy to see me, and he was like, "Oh my God, it's been a while since I've driven you, and I don't know if you can remember," and blah blah blah. But I was like, "Well, I'm happy to see that I leave a good impression." And he's like, "Yes, when you've had such an amazing conversation, you technically remember these people, right? Because there's a lot of people who use this service who have zero interpersonal skills, zero, as they say in French, entre gens, which is like their zero being nice to other people or making other people feel nice. So when this driver told me that he saw my name and he remembered my name, and he's like, "Yes, I get to pick her up, and I get to take her to where she wants to go." It made me feel nice. It made me feel special. Then, another thing, as I was mentioning before, when you remember something of someone, like someone said something and you remember, that makes them feel special. Now, JT, now I'm not sure if I heard this in one of his 365s, where one year he just spoke about his experience every single day on a podcast or on a video recording, and he uploaded it to his website, or if it was something that I heard in a Q&A on Friday mornings. But my neighbor's child just screamed. But what I can say, okay, is that because in one of the videos at some point, he said, "I prefer now to be called Perfect Lord Fox," because I think it was back in the time where he went to England and he was talking to people with ranking and stuff like that. So as much as you knowing people you understanding that people might have traumas and respecting people and their boundaries, it is also important to know that meeting them where they're at is basically what's going to set you apart, because a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people just expect other people to follow them, when in actuality they need to leave people space and time to come to you when they're ready, because they might not be 100% ready when you want, and that might leave a big strain on the relationship. So yes, I just intuitively this morning I was like, you know what, when you go see JT, tell him hello, perfect Lord Fox. And when I did see him, I did say that, and he's like, she knows what's up. Okay, it was quite funny. It's like, well, I noticed because I took a picture with JT last time and this time, but this time, first and foremost, okay, it wasn't a selfie that I took, because last time my selfie game is like very bad, but this time someone else was taking the picture. So when I went there, I was like, perfect, perfect Lord, perfect talks or something along those lines. And he's like, she knows what's up, and I was like, yeah. And so it automatically made him feel more, like I listen to his stuff, that I remember things, that I'm following along, that I actually put in the effort, and that I'm not just, I'm not just mooching, but I'm actually giving back type of thing. So, and JT has published a book, and I have bought the book, and next time I go see him, I'm going to get it signed. Hopefully he signs it. This time around I didn't have the book, so, and I thought they would have it there, but they didn't. So, I mean, it's going to have to wait till next time. In either case, what I mean to say is that the important thing, okay, especially for when you understand that people have gone through trauma and have some like barriers, and that they don't like it when other people cross it. So what I mainly wanted to say is that the important thing is to know this, to pick up on these cues and clues, and be able to respectfully listen and abide by those. And I say this because this does not come naturally to me. Naturally, I'll just get up all up in your face and just be like, yeah, I'm here. And hopefully you will match my energy, but in actuality, you have to match their energy, the person you are talking to. So, what I mean to say, match other people's energy and be respectful of them, and respectful of their boundaries, should I say. And you'll see that you'll have a bigger return on your investment of energy from their side. So, is there someone that you can treat with more delicacy in regards to their trauma? Ponder that.